Ghost versus G2. Ghost trying to bounce back after a 5-game loss to Space Station, and G2 trying to get back on the right foot. This team has struggled this season, and at a 2-2 record, they would like to get themselves in the top half with a 3-2.
I mean, here's the thing. G2, they have gone 6-1 since Season 4.
Wow.
In league play since Season 4. They're not used to being in this situation right now. It's really a defining league play right now for G2, and they're against a lot of challenges right now and obstacles. With the sweeps that they've gotten or they have played against NRG, they have been very shaky, and it just comes down to how they're going to fight against that.
Yeah, and you saw Gibbs talk about it in the pre-show, the statistical differences of Chicago, his performances against NRG and the Knights versus the Birds. It's very a very stark difference in production. So, and that's across the board for everyone on G2. Like, all of these players have struggled at times. Now, JKnaps not able to have consistent touches. Rizzo missing a couple of key defensive touches. And for G2, I think that they're catching a reeling Ghost. This is exactly where they want to be, where Ghost are still trying to figure some things out after that loss to Space Station.
Yeah, and I think everybody is looking at Rizzo right now. And the two series that they did lose, Rizzo had 0% shooting percentage. And that's tough because he's, as much as he hates to hear it, he usually comes in and finishes a lot of the shots that come out from G2.
And for Ghost, I am looking for Arsenal. Arsenal in the series against Space Station, when Ghost were winning and they won those back 2 games, Arsenal was a force on the offensive half of the pitch. And, he's always the point man for Ghost. He will always be the first man up. You always catch him around midfield, even in situations where you might be scratching your head as to why he's there. But that's what have made Ghost so threatening, is their ability to move down the pitch quickly, to steal all the boost on the field. But it's definitely a high-risk, high-reward type playstyle. We're underway in Game 1. Already another save. Allushin. Offensive powerhouse for Ghost this season. And Atomic will continue to try to play it away, but Ghost no trouble moving past midfield. Memory couldn't find the touch. Boomed away by JKnaps and cut off by Atomic in the corner.
I mean, I'm curious to see if Rizzo and this whole G2 squad, how aggressive are they going to be? Where are they going to place that defensive line? Is it going to be the normal pass midfield, everybody throwing themselves at the ball, risky play styles, always kind of trying to get that final hit in? Or are they going to be more passive? How is it going to face off against Ghost?
Ghost are one of the top teams. They are the top team, actually, in the league when it comes to demos per game. Shot by Atomic right into JKnaps will be saved. They're averaging 5.5 demos a game, Ghost are. And so if they can find those demos, like, where are those demos working for Ghost?
Yeah.
So keep an eye on that. You're out there watching today and see if that continues. That shot by Memory blocks. Atomic keeping it going. Ghost trying to lock down midfield. Atomic stays with this. Allushin keeps it going. It's open for Memory, and it's confirmed. Light shot, but we're good for Ghost.
Atomic hovering in the air, feathering that boost. He gets the double touch in the air, and then follows it up with Allushin. So much space on the field just because of Atomic beating everyone there with the multiple touches in the air dribble.
And a good first sequence for Ghost.
Yeah.
And one thing I've been harping out a little bit today is Ghost boost management. A lot of times, another shot, maybe an opportunity. He's off the crossbar, double commit. Atomic gets in front. No space for Ghost. Rizzo ends up kicking it right into Memory, but it's G2's ball now with Chicago in the third. Taken away by Allushin. Ghost defense holds as they move back down the pitch. G2 take the ball right back towards midfield. The passing play is off the crossbar and out. So close, looking for the top corner, just missed it. And Ghost transition. Here's Allushin, just can't find the read on the backboard. That's off the back wall. Allushin's getting this for free. Chicago had to wait, and Allushin hits him backwards, 2-0.
And I was just about to compliment JKnaps in the midfield there, being patient, but Atomic was even more patient, waited for the dribble, won the 50 in midfield, and then got the pass off to Allushin. Atomic now being involved with so much.
And Atomic in their last series against Space Station was making so many defensive plays, keeping Ghost in so many of those games. Atomic has been a star player in his first season of RLCS.
He's in the spotlight right now.
Oh, what a pass to Atomic. He just got a little too far under it, so pitched it straight high. But it looks good for Ghost in the first 3 minutes of this series. JKnaps just missing that touch. G2 are still finding passes in midfield. It's that one shot I'm thinking about. That's straight down in front of the box. It bounces up high. Rizzo have to give way for JKnaps. They have the space. Chicago pitches it over one in Allushin.
Double commit.
JKnaps just can't get the hang of the ball.
Oh, Atomic, he's so strong right now. Every challenge he's going for, he's usually winning or even just outpacing his opponents right now.
But Atomic retains possession, gets under the ball, try to quick flip reset. Rizzo, important challenge there against Memory. Was looking on a potential 2v1. Ooh, Allushin. Tried to do what he could with the little boost that he had. Atomic can't flip around. Still G2. Quick passes to get a quick clear down the pitch, but then not much else. That one turned off the backboard.
Follow.
Shot is too light. Chicago tried to get the bump on Allushin. G2 still pressing towards the box. Shot for Chicago never comes. Allushin takes it away. G2 still pressing from midfield.
Rizzo did have a chance earlier. That final shot, just a little bit too weak like you said, Jorby, but it's not like G2 are off their game in this first match. Just struggling a bit to find that opening.
JKnaps back around. Chicago can't find it. Allushin takes it away again. Allushin winning so many critical challenges in the last minute and a half of this game number one, taking away potential opportunities for G2. G2 haven't really been able to get a ton of quality offense in game one.
And a really clean game right now for Ghost. I feel like every single hit that I've seen, a double commit right there, pretty much the only mistake I've seen so far, and not much for G2 to capitalize on. It really just comes down to what kind of unique plays, how can you create space, and how can you outbeat your opponent. And right now against Ghost, they're not doing it.
Hey, it's Allushin. I mean, Allushin just had a standout game number one. Memory keeps that going, and, you know, it doesn't matter.
There it is.
Ghost kicks that ball onto the ground, and they take the first game of the set against G2.
I mean, you talk about Allushin, but I'm looking at Atomic as well. I think both of them had great plays, and Atomic so consistent in the air, the midfield presence, the challenges, and also he was involved with pretty much both of those goals. He got the double touch in midair, and then also the challenge against JKnaps for that second goal. And Ghost, a clean game for them.
Picking up that first goal was that win in midfield, which gave a wide open net. Rizzo getting back as quick as he could with the little boost that he had, but it was no hope at all. Memory easily puts it in. And then, you know, there was never really a chance for G2. There was that one shot that bounced off the post and the crossbar and just bounced straight down and then out.
Close. I mean, and that's a classic routine for G2 is those infield passes where you just get a banger shot off of the redirect, because they were really close positionally with each other, and I felt like that was a good move, a good idea, but sometimes maybe space out a little bit, go for the diverse, you know, clear, because sometimes if you're only passing really small touches to each other, it gets really easy to predict. Obviously, you just have to push up, and Atomic did just that. He got those challenges, but sometimes as G2, maybe just go for a huge clear and focus on having somebody spaced up all the way forward.
I mean, I feel like G2 were getting those long clears at the end of the game, but they were never really able to get anything going on offense. It was like Ghosts were so good at catching the ball and then just taking it away from G2. And the couple of times they did get it locked down in midfield, it was just banging their heads against the wall and the back wall to try to force a goal or force an opportunity. But game number two underway. And G2, plenty to work with in this series. We've seen it from Ghost this season. Just be dominant on the pitch at times. Will it continue in game number two? G2 try to figure it out. Here's Allushin, the shot blocked by Rizzo. JKnaps has Rizzo downfield. Up for JKnaps. JKnaps off the backboard. Chicago up quickly. The shot is blocked by Atomic. Had it. It just G2 just took too long to get to the box.
And Chicago, he could have found a slot. He just didn't hit it low enough. Everybody getting involved so far for G2, but a much better start to game one right now.
And if Ghost win this game, NRG go to Worlds. They confirm They don't confirm. They take a top 2 spot. Speaks to the dominance of NRG this season. And it's an open net for Allushin. He picks it off in midfield. G2 out of sorts.
And rotation just get cut off. JKnaps keeps pushing up. He's cheating, trying to shadow for a challenge. And the third man too slow to get back right now. Ghost, it's a clean punishing game from them.
Just a minute in.
And it's like...
Go ahead.
Sorry, when G2, they start losing, it seems like it just is a ripple effect for a lot of these simple goals that they give up.
And I mean, maybe not expecting Atomic to make that touch in midfield, because they saw Allushin coming off the back wall, so maybe JKnaps thinking that challenge was going to go different.
Yeah.
Either way, it's a minute and a half in, and Ghosts have the lead. NRG are big Ghost fans right now.
Definitely.
Thanks for making the world's run easy for us, but still 3 minutes to go. Still time for G2 to right the ship. JKnaps keeping it close, but Memory right there in front. Chicago losing.
Oh, Memory.
Memory beating 2 G2 attackers. Now JKnaps the last man back. Memory coming down.
Oh, what?
What a goal from Memory.
Memory, he took it all the way from his corner. He got the challenge, beat out in the 1v1, and then he gets the dunk off of the ceiling. He just did all of that himself. He doesn't even need his teammates.
Huge insurance in the first 2 minutes. Ghost, a complete flip from how they started against Space Station.
I mean, just stalling there for Memory is enough, but he went and just got a goal himself.
A big solo play for Ghost, namely by Memory. Memory has been insane for Ghost this season. Rizzo across the side over to Atomic. That one hit up high, but taken away by Memory. G2, they own midfield. Atomic and Memory, such a quick passing play. I thought maybe it had enough juice on it. Rizzo got back, heading the other way. He has 2 Ghost players to beat, but Allushin takes the ball away again, winning this next boost. And, you know, this is the thing I was talking about with Ghost is they use the most boost in the league. Or they at least spend the most boost in the league. And they're just so good at getting all the boost left on the pitch. Sometimes it puts them in tough spots, but when it works, they are so hard to lock down because they own the entire field.
Yeah.
All the resources belong to them. And they use the boost to get boost, and then they use more boost to put themselves in this kind of position. Allushin back to Atomic. Allushin used everything in the tank just to get the pass to Atomic. Memory has a shot here, and they're just slapping G2. It's not even a contest right now. 3 goals to nothing.
You would have thought that JKnaps should have got this save. I need to take another look at it because he was coming in. He just flipped a little bit too much, like prematurely. And I'm sitting here shocked because that's a save he's got to hit.
But you know, he had to come flying back for that save. That's been what's been killing G2 besides that Memory dunk. And earlier in game 1, Chicago was stuck on the line because he had no boost, or at least didn't have enough boost to be able to make any kind of challenge. He had to wait for it, and he got scored on. A minute 30 left. G2 need something. They've been shut out for almost 9 straight minutes, and the goals just keep pouring in. Memory picking up a hat trick in game 2.
They're just putting on a clinic at this point, finding these little holes, and Memory off the crossbar down. You don't want to have it any other way. Ghost are on fire in this series, and G2, they're limping right now in league play.
Just under a minute. Or just, I said under, over a minute, excuse me. G2 cannot get out of their own half right now. Atomic picks this up low off the sidewall and keeps the ball locked for now. G2 finally moved down the field. They're just looking for a goal. You're not out of this series if you'll drop this game. You're just looking for some sort of confidence heading into game 3. If you're an NRG fan, you're real happy right now.
Oh, life is good if you're an NRG fan, but it's rough if you're watching from a G2 perspective because this, you know, you see a little bit of a spark, a little bit of a hint of that quick, fast G2 draw of their shots, their third man following through. And right now, just uncharacteristic misses. We just saw Rizzo there, a whiff, and JKnaps earlier. You can't help but think back to it. Chicago, even in the corner, is struggling.
Time winding down. Allushin maybe gets a fifth for Ghost. He does pop it over one off the backboard. Either way, Ghost have been monsters on the pitch against G2. Taking advantage every step of the way.
Oh.
And it'll be a 2-0 series lead against this squad. They threaten the sweep.
I mean, they're just gaining momentum at this point. And that game, it really was all memory.
Yeah.
A hat trick for him. And you got to think back as well to the highlight play, the dunk off the ceiling. He took it himself, the dribble. Memory. First it was Atomic, in my opinion, and then now Memory stepping up. And that's the thing about this Ghost roster. Every one of them can pop off. In that one win against the Knights, every single player had a 57% goal participation, and they're showing off their versatility as a roster right now in this series.
So, Turtle, for G2, let's dissect this for me a little bit. They really haven't got it figured out on defense. They've been a little acrobatic, a little scrambly. Yeah. I mean,
wow.
What's gotta happen? I mean, G2 are getting just smacked. They're getting dunked on. They're getting.
I don't even know if it doesn't.
Body.
Okay, it doesn't even feel like
that.
It doesn't really feel like that though, because at the same time, it's like almost like they're not warmed up. Honestly, like they're playing right now. A lot of these misses on defense, a lot of these weird slow pacing. They're like Memory and Ghost, the roster in general, are outpacing G2 by a mile. But it's almost so much of a difference that it's like where is G2 right now? What can we expect? There's got to be some kind of switch here. I don't even know what it is. I'm looking at them right now, and it just comes down to being faster and then also getting solid hits, which are non-existent for G2 right now.
And you said at the beginning of this series, G2 for 3 seasons finished 6-1 every single season.
Since season 4, yeah.
They got a top 2 spot every single season. And now, because Ghost won game 2, NRG are going to Worlds.
Yeah.
It's confirmed now. That's it.
Confirmed.
And G2, if they lose this series, they're going to fall to 2 and 3 on the season, and there's no guarantee for G2 this late in the season. They got to get it figured out. Otherwise, they will have to fight for a spot in the playoffs. Not a lot of games left. JKnaps starts this. Rizzo continues. JKnaps on point, taken away by Memory. Chicago pops this in front of the box. Atomic back over to Memory. Just a little too much juice on the play. JKnaps tries to keep this away, but Atomic is all over the ball, and that's exactly what Ghost has been doing. Just go for the ball. It's, man.
I haven't noticed any over-aggression. That's the one thing that I really like about Ghost. You know, they have all the momentum in the series right now, and I'm not noticing either hesitation in the backfield or too many players just double committing all the time and over pushing it, which is something that's so easy to do when you have all the momentum.
And this control in midfield, Allushin to Atomic, they've made this connection in midfield about 1,000 times. This time they lose that challenge, but Ghosts have been winning the midfield game all series. It has belonged to them. JKnaps, that touch got away from him. Atomic just so quick to the ball. Very aggressive. Memories hit. Waiting for G2 on the rebound. Atomic still in midfield. That one pushed against the backboard. Rizzo gets there in time. G2 can only find it back to midfield. Memory kicks it away. Trading demos as G2 have a little bit of space. JKnaps' whiff will give Rizzo a chance, but Chicago in front of the box. Allushin was just so slow, or the shot was so slow. Bought Allushin the time he needed. Oh, that chip onto Chicago from Atomic.
Not a good touch.
Oh, another bump by Memory. Starting to get physical. But G2 have the ball. They have midfield. They have a lot of space here. Chicago looking for that pass. Blocked by Memory.
And this is match point right now for Ghost Gaming. G2, the brink of extinction almost. It feels like this is so vital right now to G2's confidence and how the rest of the season will play out for both teams.
Well, that's the nice thing about, you know, the destruction of G2 and C9, or rather they're falling apart this season, is that really the whole season's wide open for everyone but NRG. You know, everyone's sitting at 2 and 3, 3 and 2, 2 and 2. I mean, it's anyone's ball game
there it is.
In terms of the season, and it's denied off the post. JKnaps is there. They couldn't get the clear. That is G2's first goal of the series.
And it's going to go out in the closest way possible you could think of. I thought the save was going to come through. JKnaps is there to put it in, and G2 Esports finally gets something started.
Yeah, it was almost 13 straight minutes of shutout Rocket League that Ghost played. Memory shot just below the crossbar, saved by Rizzo. Allushin. Good challenge from Rizzo. G2 want to move down the pitch. Here's Chicago. Chicago has been shut down in this series.
Oh no, here's a chance.
And JKnaps tries to put in another. Can't do it. Atomic takes the ball away. But G2, you're starting to feel the press from them in midfield. Can they keep it going?
The first goal could have just been everything they needed, something just to give them confidence and say, you know what, we can actually score. We're not just going to let Ghost run around the field right now.
Chicago got on top, but it's Atomic's ball in Ghost's corner. JKnaps from the third picks this up, tries to make as much as he can with little boosts. Oh, and the quick pass over to Memory. Well, too far away from Ghost.
Yeah.
Chicago played it back in. JKnaps off the back wall. Where's the defense? Atomic has been lights out on defense, but here's Chicago off the back wall. He can't put it in, right into Allushin's car.
But the pressure is stacking right now for G2.
Oh, that's gonna be good for Chicago. Good pass to JKnaps. Now G2 are winning these challenges in midfield. Catch from Rizzo, got ahead of him. Couldn't win the 50. Atomic downfield, double commit by Ghost. Oh, and Chicago gets bumped. Chicago wanted to go on that play. Had he not got chipped, that was going to be a counterattack opportunity for G2. They still retain the lead with 30 seconds remaining. Good challenge from Chicago again. Rizzo in front of the box, taken away by Atomic. JKnaps handles this ball. Back to midfield. Allushin is there. Rizzo has a shot. Memory makes the save. G2 locking it down. JKnaps again high. Slow off the back wall. The shot is good. Insurance to the bank for G2 with 8 seconds remaining.
JKnaps secures a win here in Game 3. Denies the match point for Ghost. And now they can finally relax a little bit. A big sigh of relief for them. And they're going to look forward to going to the next game with momentum.
Much cleaner coming out of their own end.
Yeah. World of a difference.
Winning those challenges in midfield. And then being able to grab the ball away. That challenge from Chicago earlier in the attacking half of the field to keep the play locked down. I mean, Ghost still didn't play poorly in my mind. I just think G2 really did good.
100%.
Keeping the ball away from Ghosts.
And it was a shakier start. I was a little bit scared. I saw a bit of those uncharacteristic misses that we've seen before, but Atomic is going to start momentum now. Going into Game 4.
At 0 seconds, but G2, like you said, do force game number 4.
Yeah.
Man, I have to say, I really thought Ghosts were going to sweep. I'm impressed by G2. I mean, it's not like, you know, G2 aren't capable. We all know G2 are capable of coming back at any time. It's just we haven't seen it consistently from this roster. JKnaps picking up that first huge goal that didn't even look like it was going to be a goal at first, but he is able to slip that in on the tip. And for JKnaps, it's 2 goals, 2 saves off of 3 shots. Very, very effective.
Chicago's starting to get a little bit warmed up. You can tell he went for a couple of double touches there off the backboard. JKnaps.
Yeah, boost.
Nobody even in the net really wanted to challenge him there. Maybe would have had somebody on the wall. Would have been ideal. You know, Memory could have turned there. Instead, he opted to go for the boost. And the management, like you said, Jorby, could play a huge issue. But G2, I had a feeling. It was weird because it was just so the opposite of everything I expected and everything G2 is just known for. It just felt so off. They needed to get something clicking. All it took was that 1 goal. You can definitely feel the confidence, the assurance whenever they're going in a challenge, whenever they know they can pull one in against Ghost.
And then there was definitely some desperation with Ghost. I mean, they had a couple opportunities on offense they ended up double committing on.
Yeah.
In situations where, no, you have to lock this down. You still have plenty of time. You don't need to crash the box or crash the ball. So some minor communication issues for Ghost as well. G2, much stronger look.
Yeah.
I still think it comes down to securing the midfield boosts. If they can continue to do that, you'll catch Ghost on their back wheels a lot more. They
Right.
get a little panicky in low boost situations, and they can't really push like they want to.
Yeah.
And they still position optimistically, like on low boost. They just expect that. But that's the kind of game Ghost have to play. That's just the philosophy that they've gone with. It's worked. Game number 4, G2. Starts the journey of the reverse sweep. Quick pass to Atomic, but it's behind him, and this will be favorable for G2. Allushin against JKnaps. JKnaps picks this up, and Chicago on the wing. Chicago winning this next challenge. It'll be Allushin's ball. Ends up kicking it right over Rizzo's head. Back over to JKnaps. Rizzo jumping for this early, and Allushin takes it away. Rizzo trying to find the early read, just couldn't. G2 a little tied up in midfield. JKnaps, can he make this? He couldn't really do anything to get that away from Allushin.
Allushin, a little bit of some rushed hitting there. He had a lot of space after a double commit and then a poor hit from JKnaps. Could have taken his time a bit more. Seen that a lot from Ghost Gaming in the first 2 games. I thought they did a great job of, you know, being patient every time when they need to be.
And it feels like G2 are taking that, if you're next to the ball, just turn and go for it. A couple of times they did that at the end of game 3. Shot maybe from memory, tries to go under Chicago. Atomic picks this up. He's got nothing in the tank. The ball ended up kicking away from him. He'll collect and leave. That's over memory's head. Rotation solid from Atomic. G2 again, Chicago, high ball, straight down off the backboard. It's knocked off the post, shot light memory there to pick up the save. Oh, disaster in midfield for Ghost. No chance on the counterattack. Have to play some defense. Atomic plays it away. Now he's got JKnaps to beat. Can he get it around the corner? JKnaps can't make a solid touch, and what a save from Chicago. Memory, the last man back for Ghost. G2 handling business well. Back on offense. How do they approach? Chicago against the ramp. JKnaps, slow touch. Atomic will kick it away back to midfield.
Good defensive rotations. Like I said, maybe a little bit panicky here and there, but G2, their touches have been a bit of a 50-50 coin flip, because it's either they keep possession or they kind of just lose it off of a really light hit. It just comes down to finding teammates if you're going to have a small, really weak hit. Otherwise, you're just giving a free clear away, really.
G2, a demo opens up some space. Rizzo denied by Atomic in the corner. Still G2 ball in midfield. Chicago just missing the touch. He gets back to it, but Atomic is right behind it. He'll kick it back to G2's third.
And JKnaps didn't think it was going to get touched, but here's Rizzo with a free shot. Allushin, what a save!
Oh, and another save! This time by Memory. Chicago picks up the ball and the boost, but it's Memory's ball. Chicago gets in front. And Allushin has the first look here. He's got no boost left. He has to wait for this next touch, and that bounce will take him out. Atomic towards the box. It's dunked again by Memory. He was teed up for it like they're playing golf. First goal belongs to Ghosts.
This time it was teed up for him. He didn't even have to wait for it. He just slams it down.
T-ball.
On the top of the car. I didn't even think that was going to happen, because if you're the defender there dribbling out, you want to get that flick up as early as possible to prevent any angle from that happening. And Memory, a dominant force right now on the field.
Atomic back over to Allushin. Ghost, late lead. Rizzo back, has the save.
Minute and a half.
Memory again in the corner. Chicago takes away off the back wall, and JKnaps follows this up, but it's a tight rotation in the corner. They still break out for G2. JKnaps shot right over to Memory. Not enough power. He ran out of boost. Memory now a potential breakaway, and it's blocked. Huge block in midfield.
Yeah.
But G2 still need a goal with about a minute remaining. JKnaps, no good. It'll be taken away. Downfield looking for Atomic. JKnaps takes it away to the corner. Allushin there. Ghost pressing in the corner. Rizzo, the miss will buy some time for Ghost to reset. Allows Memory to cut off the pass in midfield.
That double commit, that was so miscommunicated, and then they wasted so much time off the clock. 48 seconds left, and right now Ghost just trying to stall on the field as best as possible.
It's just for G2 to force game 5. Chicago, the pass is no good to JKnaps. The whiff on the passing play, and it was the best look they've gotten all game. Atomic wins a massive challenge, and another miss by G2. Allushin will take this ball away. 25 seconds remain. Allushin out of boost, but he gets the bump. Chicago barely gets this ball out to the corner. Here's Atomic looking for Memory. He almost puts it in himself. Can't do it. Memory getting chipped by his teammate back along the way. Rizzo. No quick counterattack for G2. Rizzo stays in front. Chicago can't get there in time.
The double demo
by Allushin. Back to Atomic, who wins another huge challenge in his third.
Wow.
Atomic has the ball. It's blocked, but does it matter? No! Ghost takes down G2 in 4.
They even got the double demo with 10 seconds left, and Atomic clutch in the last fighting moments for Ghost. And G2 Esports have been taken down again.
Again, 2 and 3 on the season for G2.
Oh my goodness.
And what a recovery for Ghost.
Yeah.
You come out flat against Space Station to start the series. You start to recover in the back half. You're able to force game 5, and you end up losing. But then you come out here against G2, and you come out and you dominate. They absolutely dominated the pitch on every front.
Memory in this game, okay? The first touches for all of his dribbles. Not only did he get the dunk, right?
Atomic in this
that
series.
was amazing. Yes, that too. It was like they would fight for it, and then Allushin would just kind of fill in. And it felt like Memory in that series. If you pay attention to it, all of his dribbles. There was one specific moment where it was almost like he was the last man back. He got a perfect first touch, kept the dribble going, and then managed to continue and just obliterate all of the defensive positioning from G2, and they were just controlling every aspect of the game, the boost, the passing, and the shots.
And then it all snowballed out of control for G2 at the end. They had nothing. Even that passing play, JKnaps,
that was so pretty, too.
And he missed. We got plenty more coming up for you. It's Birds versus the Pittsburgh Knights coming up next. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.